Welcome back to my channel. Before we begin our project for today, I just want to show you a few projects that I've done on my channel. The first one being this card right here that I did for Valentine's Day, but it can be made all year round for your loved one. And this is watercolor. I also made a softcover journal. This is a repurposed blazer, if you can believe that. I also used a pillowcase to create this lay flat journal, and in the video I teach you exactly how to do that. All of this is handmade. And a traveler's notebook. This is again handmade. All right, and this is actually a handbag that I completely tore apart. I also have that video up on my channel. Now today's video is going to be short and sweet because we're getting into springtime. I do want to make cards, and I always give them out during Christmas and random holidays, birthdays, but also just a random note to someone is super nice. It doesn't have to be a special occasion for you to give one. And these are simple and pretty easy to make. Now, all you will need is paper, any kind of paper. And I have all these sketch pads that I received during Christmas, but I also have a bunch of paper already because I'm an artist. So I do have a lot of watercolor paper, paper for graphite, acrylic. I mean, just it's endless. So I do have a lot of paper. Now, another thing that I mentioned on my channel is that I like keeping envelopes just year round. So anytime that I come across an envelope, a blank one, I keep it and I end up using it. So today we're going to use this one. I've honestly had this for a really long time. I can't tell you how long, 20 years. I don't know why. I find it so adorable, and it did come in a pack. I've used the rest. I can't find the card that came with this, so I've always just kind of kept it on my desk. Today is the day. Now, this is going to be the envelope, and because it is more of a springtime card, I'm going to use a yellow paper. It's pastel, and the white insert here for the text, for the little message. Now, all I'm going to do is cut along this line. That way, it's not going to be a full card. Obviously, you can make full cards, but I also like them to be like little postcards. I am a postcard collector, and now this paper is textured. So the more textured side I'm going to leave on the outside. So what I'm going to do here is just glue that on. And this is a piece of scrap paper that is from a watercolor pad. Again, I also keep any scraps of paper because you can use them for everything. I'm just gluing this down with purple glue. Before you begin working with paint or anything like that, it is important to make sure you have a clean surface. I always put a piece of paper down if I'm working with acrylics or any kind of paint, just so I don't get anything on the desk itself. So this is going to be a daisies card, and what I like to do first, this is going to be a little bit more of an illustration. I'm going to use an archival pen just because I don't want it to get ruined. You can go ahead and use pencil or just kind of free flow here, but I do want it to look hand drawn, just like we did this card here. And then this is going to be inspired by a canvas that I already made. So I'm going to go ahead with that. And we're going to do little stems like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mention this all the time. I hope you can see that. I brought in a little bit more light. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. And then this is going to be the basis for everything else. Now I'm going to do a little daisy here. And if you don't draw, it's okay. This is just something you can still try. It's pretty simple here in the way that you draw the daisies. I'm not wanting for it to look realistic. I know we can get lost in, oh wait, that's not going this direction and that wouldn't happen, but when it comes to something like a card or anything handmade, it's not meant to be perfect. Look at that. Does that look like a real daisy? Not necessarily, and it's okay. I think it adds a lot more personality than worrying if it's realistic. And then if you don't know how to make it, all you're doing is putting a little circle. Let me bring it in. Let's move this for right now so I can properly show you here. I did a little loop, and then we're going to do another little loop here. Another loop, another loop. Like this. I like them to look like they're going everywhere, only because when it's spring, there's definitely rain, first of all. Second of all, there's wind happening. And yeah, it's okay if they're going every which way. That one's a little wild. And look how simple, how gorgeous that is. So adorable. Now for the painting. Let me zoom you out. We're not going to do just white daisies, and I want to use different kind of color. But I need a smaller brush just so I can do the stems. Okay. I was looking for my brush. Okay, so I'm going to start with the stem first. And we don't want to use too much water because it will just run everywhere. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit of water. And then let me bring this way so you can see what we're working with. I'm going to use a little bit of the blue. And I want that blue to have a little bit more green in it. Perfect. And then I can kind of show you here. That's really pretty. Okay. So I'm just going to go in where the stem is. And you can also just do like a little background of it, like a wash. So let me grab my bigger brush here, and I'll show you how to do that. You need a little bit more water. Oops. Make sure you don't have any kind of lint on anything. Oh, come on. And I always use my hand. It's okay to use your hand just around the paper there. We'll do it on this side. Like this. Now what I do with the edge of my brush is just take it on the edge of the card. Just ever so slightly here. And if you're worried about going out of this paper, then go ahead and do this on the white part first, and then once you're done with all of the art, you put it on the other piece of paper. I'm just going to bring this brush down a little bit, just so there's not a harsh line of the paint. There you go. Now I want to wait a few seconds for this to slightly dry down, and then I can go in and paint the daisies. Now, because I want the centers to be really accentuated, I'm going to use a marker, but again, if you have a really deep pink, or depending on the color that you're doing these daisies, obviously you can grab that. I'm just going to grab this marker that I have because I want the centers to be a little bit more pink than what I have here. Again, this isn't meant to be perfect. And now we're going to paint the petals. Now that I am going to use that pink that I have here in the palette. I didn't realize that this brush was a little frayed there. I must have really pressed it down on something. I really enjoy doing these little illustrations only because I usually do graphite realism, and oh man, the amount of control that you have, or that the amount of pressure that you put on yourself for things to look realistic, right? Or to make it look picture perfect is immense. So I like that watercolor is, not that some of them aren't perfect, but it allows me to be a little bit more free in my art, definitely. A more turquoise blue here. The lines don't have to be perfect. I just want them to be a little more pronounced. Just putting water over this. Just blurring that line. If for any reason you can't wait for this to dry, then I grab, then I grab a paper towel, or you can also use just a towel, and you grab it very gently, press down, and it'll just remove the excess paint. There you go. And then, you know, it'll dry, but in case you're in a hurry or you don't have time to wait for this to dry down before putting your message, either in the front, or I can put what you will back here. So for the other side now, what we can do is use stencils to put in your little message here. And then you can put, obviously, their name. And then I always like to put handmade with love. And then I put a little heart. And then I'll put my name and the year. You get the gist. Yeah, so this is the finished card. What a YouTuber thing to do, right? But look at how cute. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.